Hi! Welcome to our living room. This is from the Disney couch, and we are on the quest for the ultimate Disney movie. But you probably knew that, didn't you? Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Tonight we are delving into the underwater world of...
Atlantis, the Lost Empire. I know nothing about this movie. I've heard of it, but know absolutely zero of it.
Yeah.
I get it mixed up with Treasure Planet.
I do too, yeah, they both seem like the same movie, same era.
And yeah, honestly, until Mike told us tonight what movie we were watching, I honestly can't even say that I've ever heard of it or even knew that it was a Disney movie that existed.
So I'm the only one who's seen it.
I think
I've
so,
seen
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
so-
hunted it down on my own back before we started this because I thought, this is a Disney movie that I've never seen and I'm going to watch it.
Alrighty, well, don't tell us anything.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Don't tell us anything.
I'm curious.
You have to decide whether it's good for yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
I won't tell you.
So if you're watching with us, now's the time to pause the YouTube video and turn on Atlantis, the Lost Empire. Here we go!
Did you guys not like it?
That's kind of weird.
Well, yeah, but it was good.
It was... I could not understand what was going on most of the time.
Yeah. For most of the movie, I'm like, aren't they supposed to be underwater? Where's the oxygen coming from?
Yeah, it was weird. But plot-wise, it had a good flow.
Yeah, the main character, who was a linguist, archaeologist, treasure seeker kind of guy, was voiced by Michael J. Fox, and I found his character was quite charming.
Yeah, Milo was good.
He's like the only Disney character with glasses.
The characters that he went along to Atlantis with were all supposed to be kind of quirky and weird, and
I do not like any of it.
yeah,
Your typical rubber-stamped ragtag band of misfits. Yeah.
you know, like they were all experts in their field, but
Stereotypes, and
it was weird.
they had their backstories.
Here's the recipe for Atlantis. So you take a cup of Indiana Jones, mix in some plot elements from Avatar, supporting cast from Armageddon, a dash of Michael J. Fox, oh yeah, and a little bit of Jules Verne just for spice.
And then
Yes, it was very Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yep.
I wish they showed Fluffy more.
Who's Fluffy?
Oh, the cat!
Milo's
I
cat.
forgot he had a cat.
I
Did
can't
the cat
remember.
die?
Yeah, what happened to the cat?
The cat was never shown after the submarine exploded.
Cat must have gone down with the sub.
No, not Fluffy!
Milo didn't even care.
I'm gonna cry.
And the other plot hole is, how did they manage to salvage so much equipment off the sub in 10 seconds before it blew up?
Like planes,
Yeah, balloons,
a giant digging machine,
cannons,
Pets.
missiles.
Dynamite.
food, bacon grease.
I drew Kita without a face, because faces aren't easy.
This
But-
way it's all abstract and moody.
I think I did good on actually drawing a body that looks normal. For all that Disney art, you can follow me at Doodles for Boredom on Instagram.
So there was one shot in there that was apparently at the time the most complicated shot in animation.
Oh wow.
Or so they say. It was the big zoom out at the end, and apparently it started with one piece of paper, and they zoomed out, and they added more pieces of paper, and they zoomed out again, they added more pieces of paper, and zoomed out again, and so on, until they had something like 18,000 pieces of paper, and then they animated the vehicles over top of it. So, I don't know, it seems like a lot of work for one shot, but
At least it was the closing shot.
yeah.
Like, you know, that's a shot that sticks with you.
Yeah,
guess
because
so.
I was like, thank God this movie's over.
Was it
And,
very successful?
no, it wasn't very successful. It was a bit of a disappointment. After Atlantis came out of theaters, the president of Walt Disney Animation said it seemed like a good time to not do a sweet fairy tale, but we missed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's
That seemed like a good idea at the time.
Really, honest. The whole crew wore T-shirts that said "Atlantis, less songs, more explosions." That was kind of their what they were going for with this movie.
Oh, wow. The fact that, like, the Disney exec said we missed, like,
Yeah.
that's a pretty big confession on the
true.
part of Disney.
Hey guys, this movie that we just spent millions of dollars on, it kind of sucks. Sorry.
Well, it's different, but how Disney is it?
To the chart!
Do, 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 do.
The book intro.
Nope.
Nope.
But it started out as a really cool, like, Disney castle thing.
That's true. That was
Right.
neat. At the beginning, instead of just the typical lit up Disney castle, it was kind of like etched in stone.
They're doing more with the Disney castle at the beginning of these movies, so that's fun to watch. But yeah, there was no book, there was no opening song because less songs, more explosions.
Missing parents.
Yes.
Yep.
My parents died when I was a little kid. And
He's like, oh, I know how you feel with your mother disappearing and your dad dying because I'm an orphan. So,
Because
orphans all
my
over the place.
because my mother got sucked up into a giant blue crystal while I was watching as well. Wait, no.
Usually, like, adults, doesn't matter if their parents are missing, but this was, like, mentioned several times.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely worth a point.
I'm an orphan, I got something to prove.
Dad with the stash.
Grandpa had a stash. He was the
Yeah.
explorer with the stash.
Yeah. And King Dad had a stash.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy.
Voiced by Leonard Nimoy, which is pretty awesome.
Very gravelly.
Yes. And the other Star Trek connection was that the guy that created the Klingon language for the Star Trek series, they hired that guy to create the Atlantean language.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
good job.
But
Yeah.
they actually create a real language.
Yep.
Yeah, you could tell they did put quite a bit of effort into creating this Atlantean culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking animals.
No!
They were like,
Wow,
the only
nothing.
animal
Fluffy
was
didn't
Fluffy.
talk. She died.
I mean, unless you count
Blew up
Mole.
in the sub.
Yeah, Mole is kind of on the line there, but yeah, nothing. We have broken the trend of talking
There's
animals.
no animal sidekick or anything. That was Mole. Unlikely partnership. Now,
What about
if nothing pops up right away and we have to like think about it for a while, like, does it really count? No.
No,
It
what
never
about-
does. So it was a hostage situation, not an unlikely partnership.
Yeah, that's right.
Hidden Mickey.
It's Disney enough to include the mouse.
Yep. So, of course, there was lots of bubbles and water stuff, but we just kind of missed all of that. There was, on the sides of a couple of fish swimming in a tank,
Oh yeah.
there were chunky hidden Mickeys.
And there were grapes.
Yes, there were grapes.
Yeah.
And there was also one that we didn't stop at, that there was some kind of a three-eyed crustacean, and the three eyes were a hidden Mickey.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, that's one of the things that they ate in Atlantis. Which is another thing that was never explained. Why was there an entirely different category of flora and fauna in Atlantis?
And Merryweather.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, why is all their hair white?
Yeah.
What's with the blue tattoos?
That's a lot of things. we
Why
don't
does
understand.
Leonard Nimoy have no eyeballs?
Okay. What's the next category?
Alcohol.
Well, there was no drinking scenes.
But there was a mention of
Yeah. Cookie, the cook, mentioned that
I got you 4 basic food groups: beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard.
Yeah, I would give it a point.
I'd say half mark. I didn't actually see it, but it was mentioned.
I'd agree
Okay.
with half mark. Half mark for alcohol.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, I don't know how honorable it was, but it wasn't mentioned.
Yeah, and like a considerable amount of cigarette smoking, which
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't
From one
see
lady.
in modern Disney movies.
Well, apparently, this lady. Yeah,
Roz.
yeah, Roz. I don't know. This was the last smoking character in a Disney film.
She was funny though. She didn't care about anything. She's like,
but apparently
gonna
she was
die.
a communications specialist, so they brought her down.
witchy villain.
No.
No,
so-
military villain.
Yes,
Yeah, only saw
greedy
magic
villain.
was on the good side.
Yeah, capitalistic villain.
Fine.
Greed and goods. That's all we need.
Ugly villain. I don't think so.
No, except unless you count right at the end when G.I. Joe gets crystallized, he gets cut in the arm by the shard of glass that was covering
Oh, I
the
thought-
the princess who had been absorbed into the crystal and locked
Oh.
into a metal chamber, and then cut in the arm with a piece of glass, and then that turned him into a blue crystal monster with orange flaming eyes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
That was ugly.
It was.
I think it was scary. I
Yeah.
don't think it was ugly.
No, it wasn't ugly.
No?
He did kind of have like a weird, crazy-eyed face shot, kind of
Yeah,
towards
but
the end.
every
but
villain
no.
gets that moment.
But no, he was like G.I. Joe.
yeah, he had that really angular jawline.
Yeah.
Everything about everyone was really angular in this movie.
He wasn't ugly.
Yeah, so I don't think we can give it to him. No points for ugly villain. He wasn't the crystal monster long enough to count it.
And it wasn't that ugly.
That was just scary.
Yeah, and kind of weird.
Death by falling.
Well, what about the girl from Wreck-It Ralph?
She was
What's her name? Fiona?
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane, yeah. Okay, so she got booted off the balloon, which inscrutably got packed in a submarine, and fell, but they
Really
had
far.
really far. And then they had a scene where she's picking herself up, and I don't know, she shot a flare gun, which she brought off the submarine as well.
She exploded the balloon.
Yeah.
But I don't see your point. She fell, but she didn't die. She died from the volcano.
I suppose.
Yeah. Wasn't there another scene where Milo fell somewhere?
Oh yeah, there was a
And
lot
we
of
were
long
like,
falls.
whoa.
These characters got beat up.
Falling, yes. Death, no. No points.
Hit song.
Less songs, more explosions.
Yeah.
There was some sort of kind of R&B pop song on the credits,
I
but
thought we were past those days.
Nope.
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who it was.
Yeah. Nope.
So no romantic duet either.
Less songs, more explosions. Atlantis.
The kiss.
No.
Yeah, we thought they were going for it right at the end. And
Then they hugged and held hands.
Yep.
It was a very close hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell they were into each other.
They end up together even if we don't see them kiss. I
But
feel
she
like
was
Kita's
way
not
too
really-
attractive not to end up with the guy.
And
Smart
linguistics.
guy wins the day!
Yeah.
Yay, nerdy guy.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think for Resurrection?
Well, she
yeah.
kind of like got sucked up into the crystal and transformed into a ghostly crystal being.
Yeah.
She didn't die, she just transcended into another form.
Yeah,
Makes total sense. to
which
me.
was-
There was some kind of vague threat by Leonard Nimoy that if she got, too attached to the crystal, then she'd disappear like her mother did.
She'd become part of it forever, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still give it a half a point because there was always the danger that she was never going to come back.
That's a different thing from death.
Never
It was
see
like way
her
cooler
again.
than death.
Yeah, I think it would have been one thing if Milo, unpacked her from the metal thing.
Right.
And she was laying
Collapsed,
there,
yeah.
unconscious,
He's
and
like,
then
no, Kita, come back to me.
he took the crystal and stuck it in and turned it a quarter turn to the left and a quarter turn to the right and stuck his hand on her face and she came up or something. That didn't happen. It was just kind of, oh, she's back. We
Yeah,
don't know
that's
why, but she is.
Okay. No points for resurrection, but plenty of points for weird out-of-body experiences.
Extra point for confusion. Yeah, so let's find out how many points we found under the sea in Atlantis. Total score for Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
Total is 3.5 out of 14.
Atlantis, the Lost Empire. I had to crawl all the way down to the bottom of the chart. There it goes. 3.5 points. Woo! We've hit rock bottom! Yeah!
Lowest score yet.
That's
I'm
right.
Not surprised. They had no talking animals.
Yeah,
Yes.
no magic.
It's just,
A princess who didn't make the cut.
it was way more of an action movie than your typical Disney movie, I guess.
Yeah.
No magic,
Sci-fi
no good
action.
villain, no
Yep.
talking animals
Just
of any sort.
mostly.
But there was lots of explosions.
That's right.
But if you can't decide whether you're going to watch The Black Cauldron, Avatar, Indiana Jones, National Treasure, Journey to the Center of the Earth, or Armageddon, then Atlantis is the movie for you. Okay, well, I think that's all we have for you tonight. Thanks for joining us. Tune in next week for our next movie, which is going to be Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, thank goodness.
That is going to be so much better.
Please like the video, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time from the Disney Couch. Bye!
Bye.
So, you want to watch those bonus features?
No.
Stop being so mean.